Hi everyone. So this is post-market update on Nifty 50. Today is also Friday, so we had a weekly close as well. Today was a very strong day and Nifty rose almost 2%, closed almost 2%. But now if we look at the structure and this gap, we see that this gap is filled and Nifty has done more than 50% retracement. Right. So we are already in the zone that I mentioned in previous videos that might be the reversal zone. So more than 50% and up to kind of 61.8%. If we drill it down to hourly, so now we can see wave A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can see three waves down. So I was thinking this is probably not yet done because it was less than 38.2%, but I think the news flow is so much nowadays that there are very wild moves coming in. So maybe the news affected, and yesterday we had a holiday also, and day before yesterday SPX had like almost a 10% a high 10% day. So right, that was a big thing. So I think all those things affected how this unfolded. So this essentially B ended here itself in ABC, and from here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave rise. So which essentially should be wave C of this ABC. Now that would mean, if this is true, then this A is done and then this B is done. So B is more than 50% retracement so far. So this point, the high of this bar is 22,923.90, 22,925 you can say roughly. So that's the pivot that we have to pay attention to. If this holds, this might be the place from where Nifty starts sliding downwards, right? So but if it breaks, that would mean that the wave C is still unfolding. I would like to believe that this is probably done, because you see this huge gap. This was part of wave 3. So usually gaps are seen in wave 3. So this kind of fits perfectly, like 333, not 535, sorry, a perfect zigzag structure, which is also 50% retracement. So it looks good technically, but we never know, because as I said, there is so much of news flow nowadays that we don't know, I mean, what might happen over the weekend. But just technically speaking, I feel this looks good, and there is a possibility that Nifty should hold this high 22,925 and continue moving down from here. But we'll revisit this on Monday. Other than that, one more thing, if we go to weekly, we can see that even though there was so much of rise, if I measure it in terms of percentage, it's kind of 5.5%, right? So even despite a 5.5% bar, this week also ended up being a red candle, right? So that basically means the trend still remains downward. I mean, if you see positive candle, if you'd have seen the positive candle, then that would have mean maybe like there would be a pause or a reversal sign, but so far that doesn't seem to be the case. So I guess all good from the downside perspective, and we will revisit as the next week unfolds. So that's all for this update. Thank you very much.